Hello everyone, thanks for joining me for another shave. I hope that all of you are doing well. Today we're gonna take a look at the newly released razor from RazoRock. This is the RazoRock Gold. And if you haven't heard about it, this one made a big buzz in the community as it's paying an homage to the very popular 34C razor, the German one done by Merkur. And this is just an homage, from what I heard, mainly visually. As you can see, very similar looking, but the shaving properties are different, and I'm excited to try it with all of you guys. This will be my very first shave with it, so we're gonna have a shave and first impressions of that razor. The weight of the razor is around 86 grams. If I recall correctly, the top cap and the base plate are around 30 grams, and this is around 55-56 grams. This is the HD hollow handle that they offer with the razor, but as any other RazoRock razor, you can order the cap and the base plate separately, and you can pair them with any of their handles. And when it comes to the handles, here is something that I have to say about the quality of this razor. As you know, I have quite a few razors from RazoRock, and I enjoy them. And so far, I find them that they're with great quality when it comes to the machining and the final result that reaches the customer. I have here the some of the other razors that I have. When it comes to the top cap, everything seems fine, just the regular machine marking. On the camera you cannot really tell that they're there, but they're absolutely normal. Other razors and manufacturers, they have them. But when it comes to this handle, there are two things. At the base over here, the camera may have hard time focusing on it, but there is just this tiny kind of like blemish, and the scratch from it continues over a couple of the patterns. The reflection in the light cannot really capture this properly, but there was something that caught my finger over here on the skin when I got it, and I thought that it might be a glue or some packaging, and I tried to rub it off, but it was actually harder, a metal flake from the machining of the handle. So I was able to still break it with my nail. It wasn't a big deal, but it left that kind of like scratch across a few of the lines on the knurling of this pattern down here. I want to mention this. I try to keep things positive on my channel, but this is something that I'm sure that happens one in, I don't know, 100 or 1,000 handles. Maybe I'm just unlucky, and that's absolutely normal. When you produce a product, there are some mistakes that happen, and this is one of these. So I want to mention that I reached out to RazoRock, notified them about the problem. They were a little bit evasive about it, but they offered good solutions. So the issue was handled all right on their end, and I just needed to clarify that, hey, this is not a regular machine marking that you can see in other major razor makers that offer machine finish for their stainless steels. This was just something that maybe happened by accident and tooling. And something else that might be normal, I don't mind it that much, but I think it's worth mentioning it. When I put the razor next to my other RazoRock handles, the handles stand out as being a little bit dull brownish in color. And I don't know if the camera will do justice to it, but yeah, you can see it. Over here I have the game changer with this was the barber pole handle, I believe. And you can see that it's a bit shinier, more silvery looking, and this is a bit brownish. I have my Lupo as well with different handle. They were bought at different time, and you can see that, yeah, it's a little bit kind of like dull looking in terms of color. When you compare them and you put the razor next to each other, not on the camera here, but on a regular light, and you look at them, that definitely feels a little bit kind of like brownish, reddish tint to this finish. I don't know why. Is it something different with the production? But when it comes to the head over here, I'm gonna disassemble it because it's a three-piece razor. You can see that the head is also shinier and kind of like just slightly different tint to the handle. I'm not sure why is that. Is it something different in terms of the manufacturing? Is it manufactured at the same place as the top head? I don't know. But yeah, when it comes to the top head, the top cap and the base plate over here of the razor, everything seems normal. No complaints there. And again, when I reached about the machine marking to RazoRock, they handled it and they offered a small refund. Their handles are pretty cheap, so that doesn't really bother me if I'll get a refund or not, but I wanted to see how they're gonna react, and I just wanted to help them because they're Canadian-made razors, so I hope that they're gonna continue to do good products. And I have these two razors, one other RazoRock handle that it's packed somewhere in my kind of like storage with shaving gear, which is the super narrow handle, but similar to these two. It's just more silvery, shiny looking compared to that new one. I don't know why is it. Let me know if you have this razor and you opt to buy it with a hollowed HD handle. Do you observe the same thing? But back to the razor. Here, the top cap and the base plate, nothing fancy. You can see the regular RazoRock marking, the name of the razor, gold, serial number, and at the bottom, made in Canada. As we know that they are. And here is a top cap over here. And this is a good example of excellent machine marking over here, which is just gorgeous. It tells the story of where the tool was going as it was kind of like shaping that top cap during the CNC machine process. I'm gonna load into the razor a brand new Gillette Silver Blue. Shout out to Sloppy Badger, Jeon, if you know him. He kind of like made me curious about these blades and they quickly became my favorites. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to use this blade with this razor, because so far I use this blade in almost all of my razors and it's feeling great. I don't think that this blade here can really feel bad in any razor, but here it is. Let's use it in this one. Over here, aligned on the poles of the top cap. Putting the handle, everything is fine. Something worth mentioning as we loaded the blade, that there are no overhangs. So I have my Merkur 1904 or 42C, same deal, same razor, which is using the 34C head. That's just the naming of Merkur with the different handles. And there I have a little bit of overhang, like every other classic razor. In this one, the stainless steel offering the gold from RazoRock, it's covering the side tab. So if you're a head shaver, if you're worried about under your nose, that's taken care of. And if I remember from a discussion somewhere online, or someone posted shave of the day picture, they shared the Merkur 34C. They had an anniversary recently and they released a few razors. I think limited run of 100 plus razors or around 200 razors, I can't recall. And the top caps of their heads, I think that they were also covered. Someone mentioned about it, but I'm not sure. Let me know if you have one of the anniversary Merkur razors, if that was the case. We have the blade loaded in the 3-piece razor here. For the soap, I already have whipped the Terry soap Jeon, Uchi Jeon. Apologize for my Korean pronunciation, I'm sure that it's wrong. That's an excellent soap, I did a review of it. I have it here with my gorgeous trotter brush and my bowl already whipped. This is probably one of my favorite new artisans for 2025. I was pleasantly surprised to learn that there is a South Korean artisan, and that soap smells and performs great with a lot of good stuff for your skin. Okay, I'm gonna prepare the face now. Very nice smell. And very nice shiny leather. I really need this shave. I'm recording it during the weekend. I hope that I'll upload it tomorrow. So recording it on Saturday. I'll edit the video and upload on Sunday. That week was crazy, super busy, so I'm trying to disconnect a little bit and chill with the family and my kids. The kids are part of the family, right? Oh, that's a great scent. And yeah, my oldest son is running around the house playing and going crazy like any 5-year-old. First pass with the goat. The name goat comes from the fact that many people, they refer to the Merkur 34C as their favorite razor. So we'll see how close to a goat this can get. Very nicely balanced, as I mentioned. The initial question marks is just around the quality and, I don't know, the production process of the handles. Something changed there because the other 3 handles are just different. And let's see how the first pass goes. My last few shaves were with the 34C, and I did a couple with my RazoRock Lupo and the Game Changer, because I believe from the description of this one, they are within the efficiency or aggressiveness level as my other RazoRock razors. Very interesting. Certainly a completely different feel during the shave. Nothing similar to the to the 34C by Merkur. There is smoothness. It's as smooth. We can feel the difference of the materials, the stainless steel, of course. But the smoothness is there. And there is more blade feel, but not in a bad way. There is just a little bit more blade feel. It's elevated to help you with the feeling. In my opinion, helps you with the control. I like to have a little bit of blade feel so I can play with the angle on some of the areas that are trickier, or when you go against the grain. I feel that having some blade feel helps you to control your razor and technique accordingly with your skin or growth pattern. More blade feel, and certainly I'm going over around 3 days of growth. Way more efficient compared to the 34C, which is something that many people were asking. They're happy with the 34C, the feel of it, but they find that it doesn't perform as good enough as other razors. People are looking for more efficiency, and I haven't finished completely my first pass, and I can tell you that the efficiency of this one is really there. Way more efficient than the 34C. Actually, I'm surprised by that little of a blade feel. That razor performs really nicely. Yeah, if you haven't tried Terry soaps, highly recommended. They're this type of soaps that when you lather for the first time and you put them on the skin, put the lather on the skin, you feel that that's good stuff for your skin. Your skin is just happy. Second pass, cross the grain. And immediately with the first few swipes, I can definitely tell the blade feel is more than 34C. A lot of people are looking for that, of course. And the fact that people mention that this is close to neutral blade exposure compared to the 34C, which is negative blade exposure, can be really kind of like, you can really detect it during this pass, at least in my opinion. Because I can certainly tell now that with across the grain, that blade is doing more work compared to the original 34C. I can feel it a bit more going under the whiskers and cleaning them up and cutting them. And I can tell that also by the audio feedback, which is probably hard to distinguish from the microphone, but as I do my shave, the audio feedback certainly showcases that the razor is doing good job, and yeah, the efficiency is way better than the 34C here. They mentioned that they're gonna do a plus plate of this one. Which is interesting in my opinion, because even before finishing my shave, I can tell that, yeah, I might be perfectly happy with this one. Really good. And I'm one of the people that like the 34C, the head design with the variety of handles that Merkur are offering. I think it's a great razor. But this one being the GOAT from RazoRock, you can tell that it's just a different shaver. And that's not a bad thing. Yeah, very nice second pass. Wow. It's interesting because I was looking at I don't have my Merkur razor here to show them side by side, but they are very, very close in terms of visuals. Maybe it will make sense to do a shave with both of them, though I know what to kind of like expect and what I'll get, because I did a lot of shaves with 34C head. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see side-by-side comparison. This one, just, it's a different shaver. And not a bad one. It's smooth, but yeah, it's efficient. Even after 2 passes, yeah, after 3 days of growth, I'm at good spot, and I didn't really do the against the grain pass yet. Let's prepare for it. Okay, time to hurry for the third pass against the grain. My newborn son, who is approaching 2 months of age, he's a bit fuzzy now, hungry, ready for milk. Gosh, that's so enjoyable and way more efficient. There is that sensation of the razor not being scary in terms of that aggression that can hurt you or irritate your skin, but also the weight of the stainless steel material. I kind of like need to remind myself. Reminded this is not the 34C, where obviously because it's lighter razor, milder with the negative exposure of the blade, and you can dig in a bit more and add more pressure. Boy, so good. Nice audio feedback on the against the grain. I have to say that for the against the grain pass, in terms of how smooth the 34C is, I can't point a razor that I tried that can rival easily with it in terms of smoothness and how easy and effortless it is to glide. But again, it's not as efficient, the blade exposure is negative, so that makes sense as well. But that razor still feels comfortable to use on the against the grain pass. Very nice. We are pretty much BBS everywhere. One tiny pickup needed. And the only thing that is that one small pimple that I had didn't survive the second pass. Everything else feels great. Let's move to the post shave. Time to see what the Allen block will tell us about the shave. Just that area with a pimple and a little bit of tingling on this side here, under the jawline. And again, I was going a little bit deep here and there on my against the grain pass. Just being carried away by the comfort of the razor and the nice feel of it. Excellent. I wasn't very prepared. I had to reach for the splash and see where I had it placed. There are a lot of splashes all around. Oop, let me just shake it a bit more. There is some good stuff for my skin. Again, matching splash by Soap, Jeon, Uchi Jeon. Good stuff. That smell is so good. Yeah. Don't sleep if you have a chance to grab it. I'll try to remember to leave links in the description. I think it was still available on the Razor company. Great smell and great feel of the skin during the shave with the soap and post shave from the splash. It's excellent stuff. Oh, really, really good. Okay, let's summarize. We use today the Soap, Jeon, Uchi, Jeon, and the aftershave splash. My trotter brush over here, gorgeous pour. I love this brush. It's from last year's meetup that we had. And the razor, the hero of today. I just had to rinse it, there was some lather on it. This is the RazoRock Goat, and boy, this razor shaves fantastic. Nice and gentle on the skin, just enough blade feel for you to let you know where it is and help you with your technique. Nice weight, stainless steel. Visual, it's an homage to the 34C, many people's favorite razor, and a lot of them they were asking for stainless steel, and here is it by RazoRock. My only negative thing, I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I also want to keep it real with everybody and to share my honest opinion. I'm just kind of like puzzled by the handle. Obviously manufacturing that nick over here at the base, these things can happen, but when it comes to the kind of like darker, less shiny, less silvery look of the handle, that's a bit puzzling. I cannot really explain it, but I'm sure that it's fine. It's stainless steel, it will last. And just something that I observed and I want to mention it to you guys. I'll try to leave a photo one more time so you can see the difference when you have the handles next to each other, because on the camera and on the video I don't think that it's as obvious as it is in person, so a photo will probably help. But again, the customer service from Italian barber They handled they handled this situation with the tool marking defect very well, and they offered me a refund. That's pretty much it. Very nice razor. You can grab it from the Italian barber, and again, you can get just the head separately from the handle. The price point, I believe that I forget to mention this one at the beginning. I frequently do. It's I believe 89 US dollars. And this was about 130, 120 something Canadian dollars when I ordered it. Yeah, it's for the price range for RazoRock. This is probably the top price, kind of like in terms of how steep it is. But in terms of shave, don't sleep on it. And if you expect the same shave as 34C, you may be surprised. This is an efficient shaver, tiny bit more blade feel, very enjoyable, safe to use, doesn't irritate the skin, and delivers BBS effortlessly. A lot of people say, I enjoy the 34C, but I cannot get to BBS. Here, I didn't try too hard to get into the BBS territory, and here I am. And sorry, there was a small interruption. My son wanted to use the washroom. Thanks for joining me for this shave. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments, did you order this one? Do you consider ordering one of these? Or you prefer to stick to using the 34C if you have one? And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm quite impressed. I'm still impressed how different that razor felt. I knew that it will be a little bit different, but that's so cool. It's looking very close to the 34C. Delivers very different shave. I'm glad that I got it. And that's it. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.